Hello friends and welcome as I bring to you Pokémon Let's Go Eevee version. So I've just got this game literally within the last hour. So what you're seeing here is my first attempt at loading up the game and gone through that process. So I did get the Pokeball Plus with my game and I'm going to be using that as a controller just to test it out. So confirm that's the controller that I want to use. And there you go. So it's just giving us a little notice there, just so that if you do throw it, you don't accidentally hit somebody in the head with it there. So here we go. This is Pokemon Let's Go Eevee version. That was Eevee, so let's jump into the world of Pokemon. So, I'm going to be playing this in English, since I don't have any comprehension of those other languages there. And let's begin the game there. So we can't change languages once you begin the game, so that's something to keep in mind if you want to play along with me, or if you're playing it in your own time. If you decide that the language that you choose isn't what you want to play the game in, then you will have to start again. So let's begin. I wonder what we get. There's Eevee. Oh, it's Professor Oak. Hello there, glad to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People affectionately refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited far and wide by creatures called Pokemon. If you want to know how people tend to interact with these Pokemon, well, some people keep them as companions, others have them to battle. As for myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. Now, why don't you tell me about yourself? What do you look like? Okay, so let's go. I do believe that the default character probably looks the most like me, so I'm going to stick with this one here. And how about your name? Alright, so let's just go, as always, put my name in there. And in the later Pokemon games, you can put in your name in upper and lowercase, and it doesn't seem to make a difference because everybody else has got, every other character's name is similar. So I'm not sure if there's a plus or minus button on this control. I do know there's a button at the very top that we can press in, just from me having a look about. So that's it, right. So your name is Rivs. Yes. There's Eevee. Oh, and who's this? This boy here is your friend and rival who has grown up right next door to you. What's his name now? You've got any standard names there from a setup? What is your rival's name? It doesn't seem to have one, so I've got to be quite creative here and think of a rival name. I'm not sure what the canon one is for the game. This is probably the most difficult part for me. Let's call him, I don't know, let's call him Danny. That's a good name. There you go, so that's our rival Danny. It was Danny, was it? Yes, it was. I see. His name is Danny. Rivs, my boy. Your very own Pokemon tale is about to unfold. Yes, a world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go! So there we are, waking up in our room, in front of our Nintendo Switch. Oh dear, look, it seems like I've been pulled into the game. A little bit confused. So, there you go, we can move our character about. And it appears that if you gently tilt the stick, you walk, and if you push it all the way, you start to run. It's pretty cool. And as always, with all Pokemon games, let's see, there's an email from Danny. Hey Rivs, so here's what you need to know as a trainer. Press the A button and you can talk to all kinds of people. If you tilt the control stick more, you can run. Yeah, we just figured that out. Plus, if you open up the main menu by pressing the X button, you can save your progress too. Boy, I can't wait to get started. Can you? Danny. So we don't have a potion there. That's a trope of the series that you sometimes find a potion in your PC. So press this top button, and that appears to be the X menu, so we can save from that menu. But I'm not going to do that just in case there is any problems with the recording. I can always come back. Let's see. Let's have a look at this. It's a fuzzy Eevee blush. So that's pretty cool. And look at that in the corner there. There's a poster which is a reference to the intro for the first games, green, red and blue. And I can see to the left there's a calendar which has the old sprite for a lot of the big monsters like Rhydon and Charizard and things. So have a look, what these books any use? No? Let's have a look to see what's on our Switch, eh? It's a Nintendo Switch. It's connected to the TV. Right, can we look outside? No, we can't. We've got a globe. Let's have one look at this here. How many Pokémon are there in the world? I'm coming up. Up and at 'em. Morning, Rivs. What's going on? You've got one weird look on your face. Never mind that. I couldn't wait any longer, so I came to get you. Today's finally the big day. We're finally going to get our first Pokémon from Professor Oak and become real trainers. Oh, but before we do... You read the email I sent you yesterday, right? I did indeed. You better have. Check your computer if you didn't. I'm going to book it to Professor Oak's lab, so see you there. So let's go downstairs. Let's see, there's our mum. Let's speak to her, see what she's got to say. Off you go to Professor Oak's lab. Danny asked the professor to give the two of you Pokemon of your own, didn't he? Yes, there's some bit of the story there. Let's see what's on TV. I wonder if it's the two boys walking down the rail track. They're showing a movie on TV. The scene is showing 4 boys walking down a set of railroad tracks. But it's time you get going. There's an oddish looking vase there. That's pretty cool. And let's just step outside. Get a nice cinematic of Pallet Town. Let's have a run about and speak to some of the people. So, this is Professor Oak's lab, and that tends to be your rival's house, so I'd imagine that's where Danny lives. So let's see, he's not going to be home, I don't think, but here's his mum, or his sister maybe. Oh, hi Rivs. Looking for Danny? He went to pick you up. Did you miss each other? He said that he was going to go to Professor Oak's lab with you. Alright. There's no upstairs. Just out of curiosity, I want to see what happens if we try and go into this route. Look, there's a guy there. It's Professor Oak, actually, look. Well, my good Pidgey, thanks for the help. I think I understand you all a bit better now, thanks to this. And off they go. If it isn't Rivs. Oh, of course. I promised to give you and Danny a Pokémon today, didn't I? Well, in that case, why don't we head over to... What's this? It's an Eevee. Oh, look at that. Oh, you encountered a wild Eevee. My, I surely wouldn't have expected an Eevee to appear around here. But since the opportunity has presented itself, why don't we practice some Pokemon catching? You just have to throw your Pokeball and try to land it on the wild Pokemon for a chance to catch it. Alright, so you've got to hold it horizontally and point it roughly to the screen. And then press A to ready the Pokeball, which I'm assuming is the middle button. and then throw it by waving my Joy-Con. Don't forget my surroundings. So let's see. Alright, we caught an Eevee. So there's our first Pokemon. That was a pretty fine performance for a first timer, my boy. Why don't you pick up that Pokeball and give the Eevee you caught a name? What in the... Oh, it's running away. Now that's a lively Pokemon if I ever seen one. Oh dear. Hey, wait, come back. Oh, we're back at the lab now. Professor Oak! Those Pokeballs, I swear there were only 2 a few seconds ago, but now there are 3. A perfectly reasonable reaction, my boy. You see, one of them is an Eevee that Riv's just caught now. So wait, Rivs, you caught it yourself? There it is, that's Eevee. I've never seen that happen before. How interesting. Well, my boy, this is it. Take that Pokeball and keep good hold of it this time. Alright, so I guess we've got to go and get that one. What happens if we choose the others? Oh, it bounces. It's saying no. I think we need to get that one. Alright, so let's click on this one. Oh, what's happening there? I think it likes us already. Eevee became your Pokemon. What a strange Pokemon indeed. It sure doesn't like staying in one place. But it looks as though it's taken a shine to you, Rivs. Why not give it a name? Would you like to give Eevee a nickname? What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it up to the commenters to name my team. And you can just submit them in the comments section below for the video that I capture the Pokemon. And then I'll pick which one I think's best. And if you've got a good reason behind why you want me to name it that, just let me know. We'll have a look into it and we'll see which one I choose. Because I do know we can change Pokemon's names later on. So I'm going to pick no for now and leave that all up to you. So Eevee has been added to my party. Professor, I chose this one. Danny got a Pikachu from Professor Oak. So, traditionally in the Pokemon games, your rival will get the starter Pokemon which has a type advantage over yours, and in this case, your rival gets the Pokemon which is of the opposite version. So, with Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee being counterparts, Danny got the Pikachu instead. Let's see, can I talk to him? It's really cute. Pikachu is just what I wanted. Let's talk to Oak, see what he has to say now. For a new trainer to catch their first Pokemon themselves, even I've never seen such a thing. Got really pretty setup in this lab. Look, there's some explanation on Pokemon sizes. I think that is in the background. Not sure if we can click on it. No, it's just a picture of Professor Oak there. And can we look at his Oh, look at that. We've got Eevee following us around. Speak to it. Eevee is staring at your face. Let's see. Let's have a look at this here. There's an email for Professor Oak. The Pokemon League at the Indigo Plateau is full of Pokemon trainers who have raised strong Pokemon to challenge and battle the Elite Four, the ultimate trainers. Professor Oak, please visit us again. Pokemon League HQ. Got some things on the back wall here. Just some generic tutorial advice so you can record your adventure and save and all the nice things like that. So what we've got here is just more books. there's a book titled The Best of Pokémon Poems by Professor Oak. Didn't get to see any of them though, and I wonder which Pokemon's in this third ball here. It contains a Pokemon. So this is where we are likely to get into our first battle. Let's see. Just one more thing. Now that you two are setting out as trainers, I'd like to ask your help with something. Take this with you on your journeys. So I wonder what he's going to give us here. What is that thing, Professor? This is a Pokédex that I've designed. It automatically records data on Pokémon you've seen or caught, and makes an entry for each. It's an extremely high-tech tool. Rivs and Danny, I want you each to take one with you. You got a Pokédex from Professor Oak, so that's our first important item, I suppose, and we can have a look into it. So you find you can't get very detailed data on Pokemon by just seeing them. You must catch a Pokemon to gather the most complete data. To make a complete guide to all the Pokemon in the world, that was my dream. But I'm an old man now, too old to get this job done for myself. That's why I want you young trainers to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. A Pokédex, huh? We're going to meet so many Pokemon. This keeps getting better and better. I'm setting out right now. Rivs, you should do the same. If you think you're ready, that is. So we've got our Eevee following us. There's his assistant. We might get something from talking to these guys. So we've got just some more information about Professor Oak being the authority of Pokemon. And what does this guy have to say? I also study Pokemon as Professor Oak's assistant. There's not a lot to add there. Oh, and there's another guy there. See, he might have something for us. I also study Pokemon as Professor Oak's assistant. Okay. Let's head outside. Oh, how cute. This is the one you got from the professor. What? You caught it yourself? That's amazing. What should I call your new friend? Eevee? It's a lovely Pokemon. Eevee's quite excited about our mum there. My, how energetic. I suppose that means you two will be setting off on an adventure today, right? Though this day might come soon. I thought this day might come soon, so I planned ahead and got this for you. And we've just got a town map. Put the town map in our bag, and by using that town map in your bag, you'll always know exactly where you are. Safe travels, dear. You and Eevee be good to each other. So look at that. Let's pull up our town map real quick and have a look at that. So let's see it stand here, and so it's in our bag, and a town map. There it is. And let's use it. Let's have a look. So as you can see, this is the Kanto region. We start off in Pallet Town. Eventually we work our way all the way around the map and end up fighting the Elite Four. But in the meantime, we've got to visit all of the different towns and cities and collect badges through Pokemon battles, I do believe. But I know that things have changed slightly in this game, so I'm not quite sure what to expect. Let's have a look at our Pokédex, which we just got from the Professor. Oh, look at that, that's fancy. So you can see that these are all of the Pokemon that we have yet to see, and number 133 is Eevee. Let's check its data. It can evolve into a variety of forms. Eevee's genes are the key to solving the mysteries of Pokemon evolution. So that's pretty cool. Let's go back. And yeah, I think we're doing pretty well so far. Let's see what happens when we get out there. Are we able to just step out? Yeah, we are. Look, we can just step straight into Route 1. So what I think I'm going to do for now is we're going to end this video off here. So in this first opening video, we've got our own Pokemon. Danny, our rival, got a Pikachu, and we've been tasked with going out into the world and just exploring and finding new Pokemon. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and please do take care.